Who wants to hate each other in 10 turns or less? Talking about Mario Party DS is apparently a lot harder than I thought it would be. It also feels kinda weird trying to explain it, because I feel like everyone who watches video game reviews in general probably already knows what Mario Party is. For the 3 people who don't know, Mario Party is a long-running series of games where you play as beloved Mario characters on a virtual game board to collect the most amount of stars while facing off at minigames that happen every time a round ends. In this version of the game, you can go up to 30 rounds, but other versions allow you to submit yourself to torture and let you go up to 50 turns, which could eat up a good 5 or more hours of your time. In general, though, they're pretty great party games with a formula that would be pretty hard to mess up. There's no definitive best Mario Party, although there are some people who will argue over their favorites until the cows come home. It tends to boil down to which game had the best minigames, and I happen to like 2 the most, which tends to be the most popular option. There's something about portable Mario Party that's just always thrown me off. I don't know why, considering it would actually be more convenient when bringing it to a friends to play, but I always thought a series is a big screen game, not handheld. It's mostly just a personal gripe of mine, and being portable doesn't actually affect the game in any way. I just don't like it. I don't. So when I bought this game at the start of my collecting days, I was already fairly apprehensive, and since I don't ever play Mario Party single player, it was also off-putting when I loaded up story mode for the first time. It was so off-putting that I actually turned it off almost immediately afterwards. Looking back, it was such a visceral yet unreasonable reaction. The game isn't bad, it's just another Mario Party. There's nothing different in the main game. You still move across the board, competing to reach stars against 3 other players while playing the occasional minigame. This version of the game has 4 boards you can play, and an unlockable 5th one after beating story mode. It has a reasonable amount of minigames you can play through, and there's a couple of mini-minigames that are detached from the rest of the game, which are an interesting yet unnecessary addition. The more you play, the more Mario points you get, but there's not really any reason to earn these. I never fully understood the Mario points, as there's no shop to use them in, and any reward for reaching a point goal seemed pointless, as they could have just been rewards for doing well on the boards you played. Back to the main part of the game though, party mode is your freestyle mode, choose your opponents and your board and go nuts. The quote-unquote meat of the game is story mode, something that I didn't even think was in other games before because, like I said, I never really played Mario Party alone. It's not an unwelcome addition, as it gives more people a reason to play outside of meeting up with your friends and wanting them to hate you, but it sure isn't something I would recommend doing all in one night, because, let me tell ya, nothing makes you hate Mario Party quite like playing 5 games of Mario Party by yourself in a row. The story of story mode starts with crystal stars falling from the sky, with one of them landing in Mario's possession. Almost immediately after, Bowser apparently wants to turn over a new leaf and invites everyone to dinner in hopes of reconciling their differences, with none of our heroes suspecting anything despite this mysterious powerful thing that they've obtained. They head on over. Big twist though when Bowser captures everyone when they arrive and take the crystal star before shrinking them all down to miniature size and tosses them out onto the street. Not the most riveting, but hey, it's Nintendo, I can't really blame them. Each board is a specific way to collect stars. The first board, Wiggler's Garden, is your typical reach the star and pay 20 coins. At the end of it, whoever collects the most amount of stars faces off against the boss, in this case a piranha plant in a minigame. My favorite part is how if you fail in this game, all about random chance, then the computer player that actually won will fail the minigame, and you'll have to replay the map until you finally win. Love it. I definitely wanted to play this again. Toadette's music room changes it up, and the star cost increases every round until you reach 30 before it leaves back to its base at 5 coins. The boss of this room is Hammer Bro, and I hate this graphic. It's terrifying. Maybe it's the semi-3D pixelated look or just the way the shading is, but it's just off-putting. DK Stone statue is my second favorite, because if you're super good at minigames, then you can reach the star at the top of the map and use all of your minigame coins to purchase stars in bulk. Drybones is the boss of this board, and I really liked his minigame fight. It didn't feel like a minigame, and instead like an actual, although easy, boss fight in a regular game. Kamek's library increases the random chance a lot by making you purchase magic jars that either contain a star or a monster that will spit you back to the start of the board. Despite that, I think I like this board the most just because it was the most interesting to look at. The boss minigame is a shooter type game which I found a bit annoying just because you only have 5 hearts and you have to go through an obstacle course first before reaching him. To actually do damage to him, you also have to shoot him an ungodly amount of times with ink. And with how often he moves and the delay on the ink, it can take quite a bit of time. I also apparently didn't save properly when I beat him the first time, so when I reloaded the game out to play the last board, I had to fight Kamek again, which was just super great. Bowser's Pinball Machine is the final and unlockable stage, and it plays similarly to Wiggler's Garden. Your final boss is Bowser and has the same sort of control as Dry Bones, but you need to hit the specific cube on this weird block abomination that used to be Bowser. The hitbox seemed a bit off, and it was hard getting near him in the last stage of the fight. I ended up just rushing in and hoping for the best because I couldn't find any perfect time to hit him without being hit back. My reward for beating Bowser in story mode almost hurt. First, the crystal stars all form into a pretty sweet looking DS that I want for my real life, and this crystal DS bears the gift of a new fun game to play that our heroes decide to invite Bowser to play. Cause you know, family-friendly Nintendo can't just let the bad guy be punished for being bad. The reward is just another dumb puzzle game that I honestly couldn't figure out how to control. Like, I know you have to match the same color triangles up, but I couldn't get the triangle switcher thingy to go the way I wanted it to. I don't know, they could have just given us Bowser to play as, but no, we get triangles. Ah, well, at least it wasn't I want to stop playing Please End Me bad. It was just, I want to be playing something else bad. I'm sure that the multiplayer aspect of it is actually fun, especially considering that's the main draw of Mario Party to begin with. Unless you've run out of other games to play or want to stream it, I can't imagine this being a game someone looks at and goes, yeah, this is the game I want to play out of anything else in my possession. But that can be said for all Mario parties. One other thing is gallery mode, which you can complete by earning Mario points, but I never really understood how or why you got certain things. You can't purchase anything with them either, and they never explained it to me, other than collect them to get stuff. And the stuff sucks. It's mostly just pieces of the map you can play or a character game piece if you beat the game with them. There's little info blurbs when you click on them, but I really didn't care. However, the boss trophies are kinda interesting, cause they call me a hunter of whatever I took down. Dry Bones Hunter, Kamek Hunter, even Bowser Hunter. It implies that I went out seeking to kill them, which is kinda messed up. I didn't do anything, man. They came to me. I was hunting nothing. Touching on the minigames really quickly before I wrap this up, I hated this dumb crank tuning one. Use the touchscreen to crank the tune to match the tempo of the intro tune to draw Goombas to your side. This game sucked. It was so touchy, and I had to be near perfect to get any Goombas even interested in coming close to me. It took me forever to try and get it right, and even then, my eventual win was all luck. The rest of the minigames aren't bad, but none of them really stuck out to me as my favorite or one that I wanted to play. They were just there, being minigames. Mario Party is all about the stories of loss or gain. For example, how do I know the computer player will fail at the boss minigame if they win the board and story mode? Because at the final 2 rounds in Wiggler's Garden, Luigi and Wario both challenged Daisy to a duel for all of their stars. Both of them lost, which meant Daisy went from having 2 stars to 6. All in all, this game is average. It doesn't do anything to really make it stand out other than being the DS Mario Party title. No random events, lack of bonus stars to give you a fair shake, average boards with not much going on. It wasn't even the first handheld Mario Party. That title went to Mario Party Advance for the GBA. I'm sure the game can be a ton of fun with friends, considering that's what Mario Party is supposed to be about. You know, until someone steals a star and Total War breaks loose. Hey, did you guys know that Zelda came out?